finally, I can finally do this video response. I've been dying to do this. The reason I didn't do it last night when I did my stupid Runetto response is because I was so medicated that I was just like, I can't do anything right now. I just felt like utter crap, and I knew if I was gonna watch your video, I was gonna go into fangirl mode, and I was just too tired to go into fangirl mode. It was okay to do pedophiles and stuff, because I was too tired that I could sit there and do dramatic stuff, but I can finally go into fangirl mode. Yes. See, that's what sucks. Okay, when you're a girl that doesn't have too many other girl gamers as friends, it's hard to coordinate game stuff. I tried to get my ex-friend into video games. It didn't work. I think I had her play, what was it? I think X-Men versus Street Fighter, which is one of my favorite arcade games. Love that game. I used to play it all the time in the college arcade. Tried to show it to her. Well, it's like I'm being invaded by aliens outside. I tried to show it to her. She couldn't get it. Not at all. Yeah. I need more girl gamer friends, which apparently for some strange reason my college has dubbed me the vice president of the gaming society. I don't know how. It's something new. I think it's because I'm a chick. I don't know why. But I swear to God, I was checking on Facebook and it has me down as vice president. Weird. But yeah, you know what? I think it's a conspiracy between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo to always put out all the coolest brand new games around October, November. Because all of the really insanely cool games are happening now. Final Fantasy 12 is coming up. What other game? I remember there's like a whole bunch of games I wanted to get, and it was like, I can't do anything because like I can't even play in the game right now because I'm going to be broke. I mean, I'm getting my PlayStation 3 in November. Just can't wait. Got my pre-order. I'm so psyched. And then Final Fantasy 12 is coming out like insanely soon. And then, well, one thing is, thank God, they I think they upped the date for Burning Crusade for World of Warcraft. Thank God, because my pocket cannot handle it. I already want to get Supernova just because I want Supernova, but it's out already. I think Neverwinter Nights 2 is coming out soon. I think the new Guild Wars is out already, but Guild Wars sucks. I'm not crazy about it. I'm trying to think of whether I don't know, but they always put all the, and then like there's the Wii coming out, and I always say about when they get the Wii, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm going to be friggin' broke after this. Broke. And they're trying to make us go insane. I had one old friend that me and him used to do the video game swap, but I still used to freak out. I put like a piece of tape on it, like, do you know, because I used to freak out because I'm like, dude, that's like my Final Fantasy 9, protect it. Don't harm it in any way. If it's scratched, if it's broken, I will kill you, and you will owe me $19.99. No, I'm sorry. I gotta disagree. If it's something, yeah, I'll agree with you there. If it's something really awesome, you have to have your own. You have to have your own. I usually like again, I have too many gamer friends around me, so I usually buy everything. But I mean, I tried to get into renting one time, which I guess is just no similar thing as like borrowing, and I don't like it because then you get hooked to something. The only time I wish I did that was with the game Siren. Is it Siren? I think it was Siren. Yeah, it's the suckiest game ever. It was stupid, retarded, it wasn't even that scary, the graphics sucked. It was just the worst game ever. Don't buy it at all because it's terrible and it sucks. Hey, you I want the collector's edition for Final Fantasy 12. I need Final Fantasy 12. The heck, yes. Geez. But you know, I'm so upset about Fragment that we're not getting Fragment. Do you know how sweet that game is going to be? It's actually, well, they already had it in Japan. I don't know if it did too well or not, but it's online. It's all online, like an actual real .hack online world. I want it so friggin' back to come to the US. I'm so mad right now. See, now you mentioned annotation. Yeah, it's like, I think you have to go into like 3 player groups, and that's what it is. It's kind of like a little lamer version of MMORPG, but at the same time, I'm so upset we're not getting it. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, they're not bringing it. I've been researching it for about a year and a half, 2 years for now, because they mentioned it a while ago, and they're not bringing it because it came out in Japan about last year, I think. I want to say last year it came out in Japan. It was supposed to be really cool too. Like, you hook it up with your computer, and I think the server runs off of your computer. It was all this complicated stuff. I remember I kept looking at the website, and I was so upset. And I remember they had all of the characters from the .hack universe that you could play, and then you can make your own ones. And I'm so upset about that. GU is really good. I was looking at the trailer. I am dying over GU. I think it's based, I want to say it's based off of the manga and the anime roots, I think. Yeah, Enix is crazy. Enix has suckied the Final Fantasy series. I'm very mad at them. And now they're going a little crazy. Yeah, they did. Like Ash looks almost like a freaking copy of Yuna. Which, you mean a fan who looks like Tita. He did. He looked like the pretty boy, little boy version of Tita. It was pretty creepy. And now there's like 2 versions of 12 out. There's 3 for 13, right? I think they're having, I was just reading it. I want to say Vitgo. I think it's Vitgo. And then there's the Imperius Crystallis series, I think. Or I'm probably not even pronouncing it right. But there's one that's supposed to be in action, one that's supposed to be, but they said all 3 of them exist within the same world, but they're separate. They're not linked. It's weird. But one's going to be for like cell phones, the other is an action game, and the other one is the actual Final Fantasy 13, which I'm so psyched about because, I don't know. And, you know, I was hearing something really funny, and I want to get your input on it. I was looking at this Final Fantasy 13 forum, you know, just trying to find out the latest buzz on it. And somebody brought up, apparently there's one of the actual creator of the Final Fantasy series, I think. I'm not sure who it was. But they mentioned that there was a connection between Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 10. I'm gonna put the link up on here and let you read it. It made me like go crazy. Like, apparently Shinra from Final Fantasy X-2 is the originator of the Shinra Company Corp or whatever corporation, the Shinra Corporation in Final Fantasy VII, and he was the one who like tried to get, like, he was trying to get creative material. I don't know. It's some crazy stuff though, and it made me go like nuts. Like, they're trying to say Final Fantasy X-2 is the past, and Final Fantasy VII is like way further in the future. I don't know, some crazy stuff. It was really interesting, but it was crazy. But it had me like, Yuna is like Aerith's mother. And yeah, that's very true of American companies where they, like, you know, especially with the whole Pokemon, like the whole Pokemon. That's the reason I hate it when an anime becomes big in the US, because they go a little overboard with it. Then you start seeing like serials and like, and then you have these little stupid annoying kids who think that the only thing in anime is everything that's on Cartoon Network, and it drives me friggin' insane. Because when I look for anime, sometimes I'll go to Sunko's video and just look for something that looks interesting. I don't really like watching it for TV. Number one, because I hate dubs. I hate dubs. Hate. With a passion. I hate dubs. And I hate the way sometimes they edit stuff. And I don't know, I just don't like how I don't like how translating stuff works within the United States. I don't like it. But yeah, they do tend to run things into the ground, and that's why I get afraid with, like, Final Fantasy. Oh, excuse me. Because right now it seems okay, but it just feels like every single new one that comes out, they're going to do, like, a 3-parter. Like, oh, well, we're going to have the mobile phone one, and then here's the action game. And it's like, I feel like they're really selling out, and it's really bothering me. Because it's not the way it's always been. It's, yeah, they do start looking the same after a while, and, sometimes it's hard, especially when you get attached to characters, like, you want to see them again. But at the same time, it had that mystique about it. Just that whole feeling that, alright, this is a separate world, and that's it. And now we're going to have different people and all this different stuff happening. And they're cashing out on that, and they're making all these multiples, and, in a way, yeah, it would be really, really super insanely awesome to see Final Fantasy VII remodeled out and brought onto the PlayStation 3. That'd be the coolest thing ever, especially after I saw that, the tech demo for the PlayStation 3 when they were showing the intro of Final Fantasy VII. And it was awesome. But at the same time, it's like, I think they cashed out of Final Fantasy VII enough. I mean, there's Advent Children, there's Dirge of Cerberus, there's, Crisis Core. There's so many things going around with Final Fantasy VII. It's going crazy. Pretty soon Cloud is going to have his own friggin' cereal. Little Sharpie hair, corn in the shape of Sharpie hair. Or something like that, yeah. And Hack was, you're right. I keep watching your video and pausing, and I'm gonna have to edit this video like crazy, but yeah, like, Hack did it great, because, if you take, like, remember how Final Fantasy VII was 4 discs? Now, say they brought that onto PlayStation 2, and they did one part, part 1, and then part 2, and part 3, and part 4, so you keep playing it because you want to find out what's happening. But they're not doing that. It's like, well, let's make a new different world with the same characters or same different world or something. Or let's make it's 2 years later and it's a new different story. And it's like, it sucks. But if it was one whole long epic saga and you're just like biting your nails because you're like, I have to buy part 2, otherwise I'm not going to know what the hell's going on. Which is what's happening in .hack. You don't know what's going on, because it ends, and at the same time he's still trapped. Like, his friend's not awake yet, and everything's still screwed up, and you didn't fix anything. You just finished one final boss, and you have to get part 2 to keep going on, and then you have to get part 3, and then finally part 4. And even part 4, there's that hint that not everything is 100% okay, because from after part 4, that's when you go into .hack's side. And then, it's just like that whole thing. And then there's .hack's side. And then everything seems okay. And then you have Twilight Legend and all the other stuff. And, I mean, they did it in a smart way. They did it in a great, brilliant way. And I'm sure Final Fantasy could do it in a smart way too. But they made themselves a name for having their games in a certain way. And then all of a sudden, they start changing. So they have all these new fans, but at the same time, their old fans are getting pissed because they don't like the new changes. And I know there's tons of people who are pissed off about it. And at the same time, it's kind of like, you understand they want to get money and everything, but I don't know, they're not doing it in a smart way, and it makes me scared, because, like, I don't want to see the whole entire industry falling because they're stupid. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts is in the 2000 is when they first started up, and I think 2002 they did, or was it 2002? It takes like 4 years. They're doing that with Kingdom Hearts 3 right now. Yeah, and with Final Fantasy, I mean with Kingdom Hearts actually, I hate the way it's being done over here. You know, yeah, I think with over in Japan, it wasn't great, but they did it a little smarter because they had the mix, I think. You know, where they added a certain kind of thing, and then over here, they didn't really release it until they added the certain kind of extra little elements, and that's when they released it, and that's why they waited for Kingdom Hearts 2 to release it. And then there was the whole Chain of Memories, which kind of sucked because, like, you know, unless, like, I didn't even think about buying it for the GBA, and I won't say how I did. I think I mentioned that before, yeah. But, you know, they did wait a while, and I love Kingdom Hearts 2, I do, but at the same time, there really wasn't that much of a big, huge difference. They added Pirates of the Caribbean. They made Atlantis suck. I'm sorry, but, you know, as much as it was cute, the little music games, I'm sure there was a bunch of hardcore fanboys out there that were so pissed off by that. You know, it was cutesy and everything, and I'm sure that was the Disney element of it. Good old Disney. But it was really stupid. It was so stupid. Every time you enter stupid Atlantis, you have to get this type of magic, and then you can enter Atlantis again, and then you get to do another music concert. Yay! And it was so stupid. Even like the whole ending stuff, you couldn't really do anything. Like, I kept waiting for, like, Sora to, like, you know, when she was going up to the Prince Eric, I kept waiting for Sora to be like, hey, I can change back to my human form and go tell him the truth. But no, he just had to sit there and wallow, like, you know, floating around in the water. Yay, I have a tail. So stupid. And then Tentu, I like Tentu, but at the same time, I look at it from everybody else's point of view. Compared to 10, Tentu was, like, different. She looked different. It had a different feel to it. It was just all around different. You know, how else can you say it? It was very different, and, you know, it did seem like they were going to make it like a closer, and everybody had all these ideas for what it was going to be like, and it was just different. It was like, yeah, Charlie's Angels. It was Final Fantasy Charlie's. It was Cid's Angels. Yes, that's the name, Cid's Angels. That's the name. That's what I'm going to call it from now on, Cid's Angels. But Dot Hack was great because there's so much mystery behind it. And if you don't really watch every single anime and every single game, and then watch the OVAs that come with the games, and then, you know, if you don't do all that in order, well, you can do it in out of order, but it usually goes better in order. But if you don't do that, you're not going to find out the whole picture. You know, it's not like separate little things. It's one whole big picture, and it just gets, like, I remember at one point when I was playing the Dot Hack games, I just kept sitting there thinking, I really hope that there's, like, some VR glasses thing that I can put on, and then I can be sucked into the world's Dot Hack, and then I'll be stuck in the world. And I just said all these crazy, insane things. It was pretty funny, though. But Dot Hack rocked. I can't wait for it. That's another game that's... isn't that coming out soon? I'm telling you, they're trying to make us poor by Christmas. I swear to God. And then Kingdom Hearts was really sneaky with that whole Kingdom Hearts 3 extra scene that you can get. I mean, that's really sneaky. And you know what? Alright. Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. Originally for the Nintendo 64, but it was done for the GameCube. They had something like that too at the end. They had something like a hint that there was going to be a sequel. And that was back in, I think this was done in 2000. It's 2006, nothing at all. Nothing. So it's like, let's tease people and then not even give them a thing. And that's the most annoying thing too, especially because I love that game and I wanted a sequel so bad. but, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna come out 5 billion years later. Oh, I have the FF dub. I have that. I got that off of Anime Ski. When I do it, well, that's why you have a second response. I don't have a compressor. What I usually do, I import it on Windows Movie Maker. That's so lame. I import it in Windows Movie Maker, and then when you go save movie file as, it gives you an option to make it go to like 100 or whatever you want it to go up to. I have a director's account, but the only thing it does, apparently it only really lets you it only really lets you go over the 10 minutes. It does nothing about the megabytes, because one time I had something 101 and it would not let me, like, I think, no, 101 it let me, I think it was like 110 once, and it wouldn't let me, which sucks. I mean, I don't know why I made a director's account either, but yeah, I did it. I just put this on and let it go. I'm going to edit this, and then I'll watch your second half, and then I will make my response for that. But I'm sorry again that I took so long for this. It's just, I've been out of it this week, and then yesterday I was like, oh, I have to reply to him, but if I watch his video, I'm gonna be like, because I was really, today I didn't take my medicine because I had to study. You know, I have this allergic rash, so I've been taking medication the past couple of days, and yesterday had me like, and so the only thing I could do was like my overdramatic pedophile comment, and even that was like, you can't talk. But I knew if I watched your video, I was gonna go into fangirl mode, and I was not that energetic to go into fangirl mode, but now I am. So let me cut this up, you know, edit it up, and then I will get you your second part.